It makes me think that this is a hologram and he's walking in between the glass. So when they show you an assassination, it'll be so realistic that you'll believe it.
Not concede without a fight and will push to save America's democracy.
They still don't have any idea what the votes are. We still have congressional seats under review. They have no idea. They've totally lost control. They've used the pandemic as a way of defrauding the people in a proper election.
His Vice President Mike Pence
He called him a coward.
For Constitution and country and refused to certify a Democrat victory.
I hope so. I hope so. Because if Mike Pence does the right thing, we win the election. All Vice President Pence has to do is send it back to the states to recertify, and we become president, and you are the happiest people.
However, Pence, who lacks the power to do so, has already defied orders, citing his inability to reject votes in the Senate.
Doesn't Trump have to start a war or something before Joe Biden gets into office in order for him to stay? Wouldn't that be a coup attempt? Inside coup if he creates a war right before the election, then he takes it
an attempt to occupy the Capitol,
But that's only with a war,
basically not just destroy the buildings, to intimidate members of Congress. Any other country this was happening, it would be called a coup. We'd call it that, so that's what it is.
So I have a question for you. What is it? Is Robin Tees testifying to who the AC is? Or is the AC Robin Tees that's been given power by the dragon? So the Antichrist would be the beast. Is Robin Henry Tees a beast from the pit? A Nephilim?
man of sin.
Maybe.
Go
I
figure.
just have to look it up and see.
Let's look it up and get over here in Gematrix. Look up Rab and Henry Tees. He's a weed, not a tear. I mean a tear, not a wheat. And he gets taught a lesson, and everybody just needs to stop denying it. Noted hypocrite, blood guilty image, run the play, a filthy dreamer, fallen angel, Adder's playmate, a Miller family secret, Yahamalak Shamalak, Robin's Hood false enlightenment, alien being teaching and seducing people. Buckingham Palace exposed, the fallen angel Satan, unclean bird. Wow. Convicted. Facilitate reckless endangerment. Forbidden Christ is Robin's game. He has a mouth full of lies. He's a liar from the beginning. Robin H. Tees is full of lies.
I will never watch his videos again. I know he's a liar. I know he's deceitful. Everything he says about me is not true, so I have no reason to believe that it's not him deleting my comments. And the comments that he's deleting, he honestly deserves to get his ass whooped for the little slick comments that he's made in the past, and it's just obvious to me now. I was being dumb for a very long time. It's just obvious to me now. I just wanted to be Robin's friend, regardless of all the obvious signs of what was really going on. So now I just want to make clear, I'm unsubbed from Robin's channel. I will stay unsubbed from Robin's channel, and I have no intention to ever speak to him again in my life. I never will. When I cut somebody off, it's fine. Like, it's a wrap. Hire from the beginning.
I love AI. AI can catch anybody.
Been a liar from the beginning.
Hey Justin, would you like to tell me the truth?
Been a liar from the beginning. But I wanted to clarify this first. Been a liar from the beginning.
I know, Justin. You gotta do your job.
Till now, is that the Father? Is that the Father? You decide. Because if it's the tribulation that is happening as a result of the world, then it was created by the God of this world. Say, let's not forget that Satan exalted himself on high, placed himself on the throne. He calls himself God.
So I have a question for you. What is it? Is Robin Tees testifying to who the AC is? Or is the AC Robin Tees that's been given power by the dragon? So the Antichrist would be the beast. Is Robin Henry Tees a beast?
He turns into a locust, but I think this is just what you're about to see right now. This is the game changer forever. Right now, what you're about to see, this is complete. They were all game changers, but this proves it right here. And the dragon will give his power unto the beast. So, the whole Vatican facing the opposite direction, and I'll show you in a minute, is a dragon. The entire cumulative sum of the Vatican, the building itself, is a dragon facing.
Because he doesn't look evil, but the lion looks dark.
Do all of these manipulative works in the Bible, calling himself Satan, that wouldn't make any sense. How could he deceive you doing such a thing? And never will be. And if the Lord had not cut short, this is what I was talking about earlier, the days, no human being would be saved, but for the sake of the elect, whom he chose, like I said, you know who you are. I want to make this available to you. The whole thing. And that's not that we'll somehow monetize that. We want to give you that portion of it. So we'll have an affiliate system here that if we can help you maintain your channel, give you that portion of it. So we'll have an affiliate system here that if we can help you maintain your channel and have you focused not on your job if you got an outside job, because that's going to go away unless you're going to be.
But that's only with a war, which
we
means
want to be able to make sure that you can sustain yourself. So the little bit that is in here, it's intended so you'll be able to utilize this, and I can replicate this, and we can have multiple versions of this social site, but all have the ability to interact with one another. But yet you can have Jacob Israel's folks just on theirs, but they can see some of the posts if we make it available. If I made a post available on the Global Witness community and put it over there, and they accepted me as a contributor to that, well, then my posts would also appear over there. So we create a decentralized grid of private networks where we can actually speak in fellowship for real. Again, when he's talking about what God created until now, is that the Father? You decide. Because if it's the tribulation that is happening as a result of the world, then it was created by the God of this world. Say, some of it was voluntary. He shortened the days. And then if anyone says to you, look, here's the Christ, or look, there he is, do not believe it. Goes back to what I said. Many people will come in my name saying that I am he. And they'll point to this guy and say, he's returned. They don't understand. It's a body, a large body made up of us, all of us. Christ in us. Christ is, even he said that the coming of the kingdom cannot be witnessed. They force you into that. when they've taken that against all inhabitants of the world except for themselves, of course. Oh, they'll pretend. They force you into that. When they've taken that position against all inhabitants of the world except for themselves, of course. Well, that's the temple, right? The temple is you. You're the temple. That DNA is the temple. When they're standing in that temple, they ought not be there. It's not their place. That's the Father's house. But the one who endures,
That's if
look at that
you see
word
him
and
tomorrow.
listen carefully. But the one who endures to the end will be saved.
Doesn't Trump have to start a war or something before
Now, here's
Joe
the
Biden
reason.
gets into office
It could be
in order
just
for him
one.
to stay? Wouldn't that be a coup attempt?